Winners are picked from our comments section, but they will only be notified of their win in our videos. Meaning when you're watching a video, if you won, it'll be mentioned in there, whoever the winners are, as they do win. So you must subscribe and hit the bell so that you know when new videos come out. This means you also need to type a comment, and we would love it if you'd participate. So thank you for watching. This video is going to be about how Tesla, and not talked about very much, what the key factors are in making the stock explode yet again, and I mean explode. So here's what I mean. Tesla 1Q sales, I was going to make a video the day before they released the numbers that was going to say that they're going to produce and pump out 200,000 cars. So I would have been wrong, but I would have been right in the fact that they were up. Tesla 1Q sales of 185K, more than double last year's numbers. Tesla says it delivered 185,000 electric vehicles in the first quarter despite a shortage of computer chips that has hit the global auto industry. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and that's what all the naysayers, the critics, want to see happen. The truth of the matter is, when you get deep into China, just like iPhones, a lot of technology that starts to pump out their product out there, history repeats itself, and we all know, we can look at it as a very clear sign that Tesla is going to help, well, China rather, is going to help Tesla pump up the jam because of its cheap labor and because of the work ethic in China, which means people will work probably day and night, or the equivalent of day and night, even if it isn't day and night, and they will pump out a ton CRAP load of cars. Furthermore, when FSD explodes, and when I mean explodes, I mean when every single car manufacturer that has any interest at all in some type of hands-off driving licenses this out, pays for a license rather, which is going to happen, you are going to see numbers that have never been seen before. Now, let me just get back into the article. The number was more than double the deliveries of the same period last year, and it beat Wall Street expectations of 168,000 for January through March. The company says in a statement that the Model Y and small SUV in China has been well received. I'll tell you something, when you drive this, I have a Tesla Model 3, it feels like alien technology. I've driven everything. I've driven a lot of luxury cars, and it's been a very long time that I've been able to get into a car and be as excited as this 2021 Model 3. So I know anyone who's an enthusiast, even if you're not a car enthusiast like my wife, she's even excited about the car. When you can get people that normally don't give a darn about cars to be excited about cars, you know you have a hot tamale. So Tesla lists no production figures for its older models, the S sedan and X SUV, during the quarter, but it delivered just over 2,000 of them. These guys are going to do 200 million in just higher end cars, never mind the rest. It says new equipment has been installed at the Fremont, California factory, and production of new versions is in the early stages. The strong sales are a sign that demand for the company's relatively expensive vehicles remains strong despite the pandemic. Analysts polled by data provider FactSet estimate that the average selling price of a Tesla is $49,000. Listen, their cars are not expensive in the luxury realm. As a matter of fact, they're a deal because they're superior. The other part of it is, going back to FSD and FSD beta, of course people are clamoring for that FSD beta button. It's huge, especially for people that don't love to drive. If you can get into your car and just keep your hand on the wheel to not have the alarms go off and have that sucker drive you around, people are going to be jumping up and down like lunatics to be able to just witness that, never mind use it. The strong sales are a sign that demand for the company's relatively expensive vehicles, yes, I know, I just read that, remains strong despite fine. Shares of Tesla are down more than 9% so far this year as some of the shine wore off the electric vehicle and tech stocks. The stock goes up zillions of percent. The stock's up hugely in the last couple of years. It's got to pull back a little bit. It's got to stall a little bit. I'm telling you, it will double in my opinion, but not investment advice. Pretend I'm just a lunatic. Don't listen to me. It'll double by the end of this year. It will double. Okay. The stock closed Thursday just under 1% at $661.75. Markets are closed for the Good Friday holiday. Tesla sold just under 500,000 vehicles last year, barely missed a target set by CEO Elon Musk. The company hasn't given much guidance for this year's sales figures. Wedbush analyst Dan Ives called the first quarter numbers a jaw dropper. A jaw dropper. Not a gum popper, a jaw dropper. Not a jawbreaker, a jaw dropper. And a huge home run in the eyes of bullish investors. We believe China and Europe were particularly robust this quarter as the trajectory now puts Musk & Co. to exceed 850K for the year, which is well ahead of whisper expectations, he wrote Friday. The Model 3 Small and Model Y accounted for nearly all of the Palo Alto, California's company first quarter sales. Tesla said it sold 182,780 of both models combined. Ives wrote that analysts expect more than 12,000 sales of Model S and X, with the miss driven by the chip shortage. Say that 10 times fast. Miss driven by the chip shortage. I don't know if that sentence quite makes sense. Okay, but I get what they're saying. The other thing is there's a lot of foresight here. They're crying about chip shortages. You know what? He had the foresight to know and do whatever he did to secure things so that it wouldn't be affecting the Model 3, Model Y production. And yes, semi-trucks are a whole other story, but the company and Musk had the foresight to keep the train chewing along regardless of the shortage. You want that kind of foresight. You have a true visionary here. Great implementation, great visionary. The strong sales came even though the company shut down much of its Fremont production for several weeks in late February and early March. It did not say why, but it's likely that the company ran short of computer chips. I don't know about that. President Joe Biden's announcement this week of $174 billion in spending on electric vehicle incentives, excuse me, and charging stations and rising global demand for the electric vehicles should shift, sentiment toward Tesla stock. I'm okay now, I promise. Ives wrote, "It's been a brutal sell-off for Tesla and EVs, but we believe that will now be in the rearview mirror," he wrote. I think so too. I think it's done. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I hope this finds you well, and I will see you on the next video. Have fun.